Hello, and thank you for viewing my channel. Please subscribe and follow for more updates. Let's get going. At SummerSlam 2024, the WWE Universe received a few memorable incidents, foremost among them being Roman Reigns give back the initial tribal chief upon his arrival, saw the glow out throughout the major occasion, encompassing his cousins Cody and Solo Sikoa. Some people even claim that it was the biggest moment to go viral, summertime celebration. However, after looking over the data, perhaps Ripley exceeded the Reigns return. Background. Additionally, Rhea Ripley made an leaving her mark on the WWE Universe. Amazing display of skills against Liv Morgan was possibly the most memorable when the Eradicator entered the fight, brutally thrust her shoulder back into the by forcing it up against the revealed table and agreed to respond to the inquiry. It is at this very moment when Roman Reigns' reappearance at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns' comeback was now meaningless. Not to mention amazing, it got impressive 29 million views overall. Social media sites, but it's reasonable to conclude that Ripley's shoulder suddenly gave way, exceeded him, accruing a staggering 64.8 million people watched the WWE Universe. Definitely impressed by Mommy's outrageous. What's more amazing about antics is that of the 64.8 million views, 60.8 came from only using Instagram. Really, Rhea Ripley is different, and her readiness to something to keep her entertained when she walks. What creates the squared circle is her as one of the most well-liked celebrities listed. And if something is full, she definitely has a lot more viral content moments to be forthcoming. 2024 will see Roman Reigns make a comeback too. Roman Reigns might have tonight's SmackDown been surpassed by Rhea Ripley, yet it subtracts nothing from his return. His deeds and presence were amazing, even more so that during the main event is why there will be even more of it tonight. As powerful and thrilling as the WWE, the Cosmos will accept him for who he returns to. SmackDown fans had high hopes for the first tribal chief, in addition to cost Solo Sikoa the game, although it's possible that additionally acquired Cody and Ally Rods, but putting it aside, his actions notes that the blue brand tonight might alter the WWE's trajectory in various ways that is unimaginable. Will he turn to restore the lineage, or will he revert his, returning the focus to the undisputed WWE? These are the inquiries regarding the championship that he alone is able to respond on. The fans of SmackDown will maintain their watchful for any indication of Roman, their ears perked up to hear his song, which be intriguing to observe his actions tonight and how the scenery is altered. WWE SummerSlam 2024 was an incredible event. Majestic, ranging from moments of awe to high-stakes bouts at WWE Summer. Magnificence presented each and every ahead of time, but one query that surfaced until everything had settled was whether Rhea, the dominant women's world, is Ripley. Winner had surpassed the significantly expected Roman Reigns' return, but the presence of Reigns is always commanding. Take note of these figures and fans' responses imply that Ripley's possibly the show-stealing performance. Let us investigate how this could be the case. Roman's comeback. The tribal chief, Reigns, has been the focal point of the WWE main event scene. Years passed since his SummerSlam comeback was excited for weeks as the promos grew, looking forward to what would be his first appearance since the plots of WrestleMania implied significant change in the lineage story with prospective treacheries and fresh coalitions gathering around him. Reigns made his way into the ring, his song with his customary assurance, sending shivers through the assembly. The electorate was anxiously anticipating what would undoubtedly be a historic occasion. In the subsequent match, Reigns, showcasing his power with a blend of strategic and power maneuvers, psychology to keep control of his challengers. It was a timeless piece. Rulers a powerful force that deliberately broke, bringing his rival Rhea Ripley. Contrarily, Domination Rhea Ripley arrived at SummerSlam with a distinct brand of gaining speed as the women's world champion. She's been tearing things up. The departure of the women's division created a trail of bruised opponents behind her. At SummerSlam, Ripley faced off against a strong competitor and an experienced veteran who still has a lot to prove. The likelihoods Ripley presented her: unmatched power and agility, presenting a clinic that captivated spectators. Ripley's display was more than regarding keeping her title. It wasn't. Remarks made from her entry to the last bell. Ripley had a feeling of unbeatable. The game moved quickly, with Ripley exhibiting a combination of technical mastery and unmatched strength that few can compete in the women's division with. Every maneuver was performed precisely, and the audience engaged in ring psychology, involved in the entire response of the crowd. Although Ripley and Reigns both produced stellar shows, there was a discernible crowd response. Ruler reception to being the main event attraction was varied. While some fans were overjoyed to bring him back, while some appeared more intrigued by the drama that is developing inside the match itself. The Bloodline Solid failed to arouse the same degree of enthusiasm that supporters felt for his earlier interactions. Still, Ripley was distinct narrative from the minute when he left. The throng was standing. Potential of Rhea reverberated throughout them. Every one of her trademark maneuvers was greeted with an enthusiastic cheer from the moment she put her title before her. Triumphantly, the enthusiasm of the fans was at its height. Evidently, Ripley had not only kept her title, but she had also taken home the WWE's hearts. Buzz on social media throughout the universe today. Social networking for WWE is really important. Interacting with a celebrity's influence after SummerSlam. Hashtags pertaining to the pair on Twitter. Reigns and Ripley became popular, but Ripley showed noticeably more engagement. Fans RD'd it on Twitter, Instagram, and to compliment Ripley's work, with numerous naming her that evening's MVP. A closer examination of the figures shows that Ripley's game brought in additional attention, likes, and shares on several networks. In contrast to Reigns' post-match interview, in which she identified as the most dominant WWE champion ever, went viral, enhancing her growth. The spike was an even more telling legend in sales of items for Ripley's. WWE official retailer revealed a noteworthy growth in Ripley's t-shirt sales and recall value in the days that follow. SummerSlam is a reliable sign that supporters are not only applauding, in addition to Ripley in the arena, keeping her financially a priority. Seeing figures in WWE's eyes when analyzing viewing data, though, the outcomes are equally exposing the WWE channel on YouTube. Highlights of the Reigns match as well as Ripley's in less than a day. The match of Ripley has received more views and feedback compared to Reigns. Over the next 3 days, this pattern persisted. Days of highlights from Ripley's continuously surpassing Reigns also yields negative evaluations. SummerSlam revealed that Ripley's counterpart was among the most highly regarded parts the evening, especially with important, such as ladies between the ages of 18 and 34. WWE has a following in this demographic, been eager to grasp Ripley's allure. This audience cannot be diminished. The larger picture as well. Roman Reigns is eclipsed by Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam's range is still among the WWE's main draws are the figures. Reactions from fans indicate that Ripley's performance struck a deeper chord with the audience, as evidenced by the increasing popularity of Ripley and the changes in the women's division of the WWE. As Ripley's ascent as a whole is not merely swift as a butterfly. She has been carefully developing her persona, and her prowess in the ring has only grown. After her initial appearance on the scene, her capacity to engage the audience online and in real life has placed her among the most valued to WWE resources for Reigns during his comeback was noteworthy. It may be said that the character of the tribal chief requires a new bend to keep it. WWE has always been about dominance, changing as the times change and as the tastes of the audience change, so too must it. Superstars' final thoughts read. The performance of Ripley at SummerSlam did surpass Roman Reigns in many aspects. Back the facts, Ripley's is not a lie. Similar drew greater notice and produced more buzz on social media and increased connections profoundly with fans. It's not to suggest that Reigns isn't. WWE is no longer a top draw, but instead, observing a new star emerge in R. Very likely, Ripley's SummerSlam 2024 will be recalled as the evening that Ripley solidified her position as the WWE's top dog.